Sagittarius, this is going to be a reading for you. As always, please take what resonates and leave what does not. As always, if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, the link to do that is going to be down below in the description box. Please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing this video. If you find that my messages do resonate with you, or if you know of anyone else who might be interested in receiving some messages from the divine. So we have the Page of Swords in reverse out here as our significator. This can be an indication of rebellion, surprising news, someone who likes to debate, someone who likes to deliberate. This could be someone who's watching someone from a distance as well. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is an energy of imbalance, something being one-sided. Someone is seeing how something is one-sided. Someone is seeing how something is out of balance. Someone wants more from something. And this could be causing someone to behave in a kind of combative way. The Four of Swords in the crossing position. It seems like you and this person are taking some space. Looks like there's a truce or like a peace treaty here where the two of you are just kind of saying, you know what, let's just give it a rest. The Nine of Wands in the crowning position, you're anticipating something. King of Pentacles in reverse. Sense of materialism. So, Nine of Wands in the crowning, that is the wounded warrior. Someone who is in an energy of anticipation, I already said. Someone who is very strong, insightful, capable of seeing into the future. Anticipatory. The King of Pentacles in reverse, I think someone's anticipating some shallowness, some superficiality, some greed, possessiveness. Past energy. Temperance in reverse, there's your energy, a feeling of disconnection from the self or from someone else. Like I said, it seems like you've already disconnected from this energy of this person. Moving into the future with death in reverse, a lack of acceptance or a feeling of stagnation. This could also be somnambulance, sleep. Someone's disconnected and going to sleep is kind of how this is coming across. Page of Swords in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this energy is a little bit mysterious to me. We have the Moon coming out here in reverse in the Self position. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Maybe that's how you're feeling. You're feeling kind of like there's no clarity around something, and I'm definitely picking that up. Moon in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse. It's just something, I don't know, maybe someone around you is splitting hairs or something is very uncertain. We have Pisces energy out here as well as Scorpio, Sagittarius. Hopes and fears, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, a sense of imbalance, injustice that you're worried about, and then the outcome is strength. Leo energy. Oh, man. All right, Sag. This one's a doozy. We're gonna have to dive right in because I don't know what we're talking about here. Let's just recap before we go ahead and clarify all this. Two of Pentacles in reverse, Temperance in reverse. If we're looking from the past going into the future, a sense of injustice, imbalance, disconnection here in the past, which was observed and perhaps even fought against by this Page of Swords in reverse. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, once again indicating that sense of imbalance. Someone is observing imbalance. It seems like the solution to this is rest. It seems like someone might be taking that a little bit personally or getting a little bit defensive with it too, and feels like they're not able to let it go. Someone is very afraid. This could be you or this other person as to what this actually means. This period of rest. It seems like there's a defensiveness. Moving into the future, we have strength. If there's a Leo involved and a Scorpio involved, or a Leo and a Sagittarius involved, the Leo wins. I don't know what that means. The Leo gets their way, okay? Strength in the outcome. Death in reverse. Temperance in reverse. Pisces as well. If there's a Pisces involved, Leo gets their way. All right. Okay. There's a sense of defensiveness, and it's coming from like this place of materialism within you. I think that you're a little bit confused. You're a little bit lost. The moon in reverse, the ace of swords in reverse. You're not really sure what to make of something that's come out of balance. Maybe you're trying to protect your ego in some way here, Sagittarius. I'm not really sure. Let's go ahead and clarify. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. We'll figure this out. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Being clarified by the Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Could be that someone said something to cut somebody off here. It could be that somebody pointed out some kind of imbalance or injustice, and that ended up inadvertently causing a separation between one person and another. Or this could just be a sense of imbalance within the mind, a lack of clarity within the mind. Can we go ahead and clarify that Ace of Swords, please? Six of Pentacles in reverse. It is what it is. Six of Pentacles in reverse is clarifying the Ace of Swords in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse, that's desire, cupidity, potentially jealousy, envy. Could have resulted in a separation between you and someone else because they peeped that, or you peeped something about something that they were doing and resulted in separation. Someone may have inadvertently said something that they didn't mean. Seems like there's an element of confusion or illusion around this here as well. Seems like there was some kind of mishap or misunderstanding between two people. Or maybe it was the case that someone saw that somebody was maybe a little bit mentally unstable or imbalanced in some way. Crossing position, we have the Four of Swords. Being clarified by the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's like this energy of sort of taking a rest from fighting for something, or, you know, kind of trying to defend your position, trying to defend your peace. Seven of Wands, the Four of Swords. So it's like maybe you saw something about someone who was maybe a little bit mentally unstable, or you considered someone who was mentally unstable, and you were saying, I need to protect my peace from this person. They're mentally unstable. Like that's the vibe here. But I'm getting that this sense of defensiveness coming from you is rooted in fear and not reality. You're not seeing this person clearly. We have the Nine of Wands in the crowning position. Being clarified by the Four of Wands. That's what I'm saying. This person and you actually do have a very strong connection. There's a lot of stability between the two of you. There's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of joy, fulfillment, fun. Maybe the two of you go on dates or go to events together or something like that, but it seems like you're very defensive now. It seems like you don't want to reach the next milestone with this person. Four of Wands, the Nine of Wands. The unconscious energy is the King of Pentacles in reverse. You're seeing this person from a superficial point of view. Being clarified by the Queen of Cups. Yeah, and so what is being recommended to you at this time is to open up your heart, to be a little bit more compassionate, because this person does have a lot of love here to give. This person has a lot of compassion. I'm not sure that you're seeing that from this person right now here, Sagittarius. Past energy is Temperance in reverse, a sense of injustice, disruption, judgment, forgiveness, awakenings, reconciliations, careful new beginnings. So it could be that something was starting off between you and someone here, and it just kind of ended rather abruptly or quickly. What's Judgment? It's also the energy of transformation, being called to something higher. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Okay, so there is going to be judgment for this. How is that judgment coming through? The Six of Swords in reverse. It's coming through in some kind of declaration. Or someone is having a hard time moving on. One more for the Six of Swords in reverse, please. Temperance, there you are, having a hard time moving on. So you have difficulty moving on from this because it weighs heavily on your conscience. Because deep down you actually know that this person means well for you. Moving into the future, you're stagnating a little bit. We have death in reverse. What is this? Being clarified by the Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, that's you stagnating, not really making any moves toward this person or trying to figure things out between the two of you. You know, allowing a misunderstanding to persist is only going to make you feel worse in this scenario. And I do see you kind of coming into balance eventually with this and eventually making progress toward maybe potentially reconciliation with this person, but you really got to get through this. Being way too defensive over other, I don't know if this has something to do with like your past or something like that, or maybe somebody was kind of unpredictable or kind of out of pocket or off the wall with you in the past, but this ain't that. Okay, Sagittarius, this is someone who actually has a lot of heart. Queen of Cups, self-position is the Moon in reverse. That's you and your fear. Why are you in this fear? The Ten of Wands in reverse. Could be afraid of somebody being unnecessarily aggressive or letting you have it, so to speak, like letting it all out on you. That Ten of Wands in reverse, the Moon in reverse. The Fool, and so you ignore them. It feels like you're giving someone the silent treatment because you don't want to you don't want to deal with it. The Fool. Okay. The Ace of Swords in reverse in your environment, being clarified by the Hierophant. The thought of commitment. Either you're not very clear on what that is for you or someone around you isn't. It seems like there's this energy here of someone who had commitment in mind and ended up inadvertently separating from you. Maybe saying something or doing something that kind of gave you the ick or pushed you away. Can we get more about the Hierophant? Taurus energy. The Moon. Pisces again, and we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. And so that's where we have this sort of like, I can't commit to this. I'm only willing to see this for how it appears to be on the surface, and therefore I'm going to continue to put up my guard against this. That's really what I'm seeing here, Sagittarius. I think that you're kind of like ignoring the positives of someone and only seeing the negatives. And I think you have a habit of doing this. Hopes and fears, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. There's the injustice, the imbalance in your perspective. You're worried about imbalance. I think that your fears are based in imbalance, as a matter of fact, with all this fear out here. I feel like your hopes and fears being imbalanced is due to, well, if we think about, like, you know, you have hope on one side of the scale, you have fear on the other side of the scale. If they're imbalanced and fear is heavier than hope, what does that do to your whole perception? It skews it, right? I think that's what that means. I think that's what we're looking at here with that Two of Pentacles in reverse. Can we clarify that Two of Pentacles in reverse, please? Two of Pentacles in reverse is being clarified by the Star in reverse. You don't have enough hope for something. You're pessimistic about something. You see no chances of something going your way in the future. You're giving into pessimism and despair. The outcome here is strength, being clarified by the Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this Leo gets what they want. If you are dealing with a Leo, Nine of Cups in reverse, there's a few different definitions to that. That can be selfishness, okay? So it could be that someone's overcoming selfishness. It could be that someone's overcoming the need to be kind of like sugary and pompous. It could be that someone's overcoming anything that's getting in the way of their truth, loyalty, and liberty. Can we get one more? Death, there we go. And so this death in reverse, as it appears here in the future, is finally moving again. So I do see sort of like this shift in perspective for you, Sagittarius, as it pertains to this person. I think that you have like a sort of like a new beginning here. A death and a new beginning. Can we get more about that death, please? Scorpio energy. The Magician. So this is kind of you getting into this modality of understanding that you are capable of anything, understanding your infinite potential, and not resigning yourself to this defeatism, this hopelessness, this fear and despair that you're currently feeling. Sagittarius, wow. Wow. Safety in reverse. And that's what I was talking about before. It feels like someone's crossed your boundaries here in the past. I'm not sure if it's this person or if it's somebody else, but you're still kind of like, you need to surround yourself with some support here. Happiness in reverse. Yeah, you're taking on way too much. Like you're trying to like make room. Maybe it doesn't seem like you're trying to make room, but you were trying to make room for someone here that you didn't have room for, but because you were still holding on to the past in some way. That's how I'm seeing this coming through in the energy. And so you need to surround yourself in love and support in order to release this unhappiness that you're still holding on to from the past, in order for this to really grow into what you want it to be, the Magician. There's some pain, unhappiness, sorrow here. It causes you to ignore positive things when they come into your life. You're holding on to way too much of it. Opportunity, Caterpillar, I'm gonna take that because nothing is a coincidence. What else do we have for Sagittarius, please? Yeah, it's like you're getting lost in confusion here, and that can be a difficult place. It's like you don't even feel like yourself right now. That's the thing too. Here's a lot with this message, Sagittarius, but you don't want to miss opportunities as they come into your life because you're so lost in like confusion. And that's essentially what I'm seeing here with the Divine Matrix in reverse. This is the card of complexity, not really necessarily seeing connections between things that are actually connected. And then we have Caterpillar opportunity coming out here. So there's a way for you to kind of like undo certain conditioning in order to make opportunities come in for you. And I think that's what we're looking at here with the Death and Magician. Change, right, with Death and the Magician. Manifesting opportunities. But Sagittarius, that is what we have for you for this reading. If you like the way that I read and you would like to book me for a personal reading, you can find the link to do that down below in the description box. Other than that, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hype, share, do whatever you can to support and promote me. It always means a lot to me and it helps me out tremendously. But until next time, take care and be well. Thanks for watching.